Well, hi, my name's Ian and I want to welcome you to another 5-minute family devotion here at Engadine Heathcote Anglican Church. Today we're going to find out a little bit more about how Jesus is in control, but before we do, a big shout out to some viewers who are watching it at home. We can say hi to Sarah, Levi and Malachi. Hi guys, how you going? To Lincoln, to Karen and Hendrix, and to Luke, Audrey and Ben. Now it's been great seeing you guys join in with us at home. Keep on sending your photos in. We would love to see you up here on the big board in the next coming days. Well, we're going to learn today about another way that Jesus was in control. It's from Matthew chapter 14, verses 13 through to 21. Now there are some emojis that are going to come up on the board. Now why not remember them and then a little bit later type them into your phone and send them a text message saying that this is what you learn about Jesus today. Well, Jesus was a bit of a celebrity. He had gone from town to town teaching about God's kingdom, and along the way he'd done many amazing things that showed that he certainly wasn't any ordinary man. He was God who had come into the world to save us from our sins. But the people around him didn't quite understand that about him just yet. Well, one day Jesus was with his disciples and he was having a bit of alone time. And so he withdrew from all the people around him in a boat with his disciples. But the crowds quickly heard of this and they ran on foot ahead of Jesus to meet him where he got off the boat. Now, upon coming to the other side of the lake, Jesus saw a large crowd there and he felt really sorry for them. He had compassion on them. They were a long way away from home and they were in a place in the middle of nowhere. As it came towards the evening time, Jesus' disciples came to him and said, "Hey Jesus, this is a bit of a remote place and it's getting kind of late. Send the crowds away so they can go to the villages and buy some food for themselves." Now Jesus, on the other hand, had something different in mind. He said to his disciples, "They don't need to go away. You give them something to eat." Now, the disciples were a bit confused about this. How could they feed this crowd with the small amount of food that they had? They didn't have much food at all. And Jesus said to them, "Well, what food do you have?" And they said, "We here have only 5 loaves of bread and 2 fish." Now they had seen Jesus do some amazing things, but there was a massive crowd here. How could Jesus feed that many people? So Jesus said to his disciples, "Bring them here to me." And he told the people to sit down on the grass. Now taking the 5 loaves and the 2 fish, he looked up to heaven, he gave thanks, and he broke the loaves. And then he gave them to the disciples, and then the disciples gave them out to the people. Now you'd think that that food wouldn't go very far, but in fact, all the people who ate had enough food. Their tummies were completely full. And not only that, the disciples picked up 12 basketfuls of food left over. That's more than they had to start with, even after all these people had eaten. And not only that, there were 5,000 men there, and even more when you include the women and the children who were there too. Jesus certainly showed that he was in control by making enough food for all of these people to eat. Now that's pretty amazing. But another amazing thing in this story is that Jesus loved all these people and had compassion on all these people who were in front of them. He provided for their needs. You see, boys and girls, Jesus provides for us every day. Every good gift comes from his hand. But on top of that, Jesus has provided what we need most. He has provided a way for our sins to be forgiven. And he gave that to us when he died on the cross and rose again. He certainly is amazing, and he certainly is in control. Now in a couple of seconds, a couple of questions are going to come up on the board. Now as a family, I want to invite you to read, to think, and to pray. Pause the video as you do each one of those together as a family. And also remember, keep sending on your photos in, and we'll say good day to you in the next video.